Nobody expected Alex to solve one of the biggest problems in women's tennis this quickly. Just a few months ago, Alycia Parks had exposed the weaknesses in her game, fighting back from a disastrous opening set in Melbourne to hand Alex one of the most frustrating defeats of her season. Fast forward to Toronto, and the story couldn't have been more different. This wasn't simply a win. It was a statement. It was proof that Alex had learned, adapted, and returned as a completely different player. More importantly, it moved her another step closer to one of the biggest opportunities of her career, a chance to make an unforgettable run at a WTA 1000 title and compete for a share of the tournament's massive $7.43 million prize pool. Long before the first serve was struck, the atmosphere inside Sobeys Stadium felt different. Thousands of fans, many proudly waving Filipino flags, had filled the stands believing they were about to witness something special. Alex didn't make them wait long. From the opening games, she played with the confidence of a champion and the focus of someone who had unfinished business. Across the net stood Alycia Parks, one of the biggest servers in women's tennis, and the player who had beaten Alex earlier this season. Their meeting in Australia had left plenty of unanswered questions. Toronto provided the perfect chance to answer every one of them. Alex did exactly that. In just over an hour, she earned a convincing straight-sets victory, controlling the match from start to finish and never allowing Parks to settle into the aggressive rhythm that had troubled her months earlier. Afterward, Alex summed up the difference with a simple observation. She explained that she had grown as a player since their previous meeting, and anyone watching the match could see exactly what she meant. The improvement wasn't just visible in the final score. It appeared in every important moment throughout the contest. Back in Melbourne, Parks gradually took control behind her powerful serve. This time, Alex refused to let that happen. She stepped forward on returns, attacked early, and consistently forced Parks to hit uncomfortable shots. Instead of reacting to the American's pace, Alex dictated the terms of the rallies almost immediately. It was a tactical adjustment that completely changed the match. Parks still possessed one of the fastest serves in the sport, but Alex made sure it never became the deciding factor. Every successful return chipped away at Parks' confidence, and every extended rally tilted further in Alex's favor. The first set showcased just how carefully Alex and her team had prepared for this rematch. She repeatedly found ways to pressure Parks' service games, creating break opportunities through intelligent positioning rather than reckless aggression. Whenever Parks missed her first serve, Alex took full advantage, attacking the second delivery with confidence and refusing to let her opponent recover. The statistics reflected that dominance. Alex consistently won the battle on second serve points, exposing an area of Parks' game that had been impossible to exploit during their previous encounter. More importantly, she stayed composed whenever the match threatened to become complicated. That's one of the biggest differences between today's Alex and the version who played in Melbourne. Her belief no longer disappears when momentum shifts. She trusts herself to solve problems instead of worrying about them. The second set followed a familiar pattern. Parks tried to raise her level, producing flashes of the explosive tennis that makes her so dangerous. But every time it looked as though she might build momentum, Alex calmly shut the door. She remained patient during long rallies, protected her own serve, and waited for the right opportunity to strike. That moment arrived late in the set when she earned the crucial break that effectively ended the contest. Minutes later, she served out the victory with the composure of someone who has become completely comfortable performing under pressure. The celebration that followed wasn't simply about advancing to the next round. It represented redemption. Earlier in the year, Parks had walked away with the victory. This time, Alex left no doubt about who the better player was. That result continues a remarkable pattern that has defined her incredible season. Time after time, she has faced opponents who previously caused her problems, only to return stronger, smarter, and better prepared. Instead of allowing old defeats to linger, she has transformed them into motivation. Every rematch has become another opportunity to prove how much she has grown. That's one of the clearest signs of a future champion. Great players don't just collect victories. They learn from disappointments until those disappointments become strengths. Alex has been doing exactly that all year. The victory also extended the incredible momentum she has built over recent weeks. Her winning streak continues to grow, and with every match, she looks increasingly comfortable competing against the very best players in the world. Opponents who once entered matches expecting to beat her now understand they are facing one of the hottest players on the tour. That's a remarkable transformation in such a short period of time. Of course, the road only becomes more difficult from here. Advancing in a WTA 1000 tournament means every round brings another elite opponent, another difficult challenge, and another opportunity to prove she belongs among the sport's biggest stars. A potential showdown with reigning Wimbledon champion Linda Noskova now looms on the horizon, promising another blockbuster test if Alex can continue her remarkable run. Yet judging by everything she has accomplished over the past several months, few would be surprised to see her embrace that challenge as well. That's because the biggest story surrounding Alex is no longer about surprising people. It's about raising expectations every single week. She has gone from chasing respect to commanding it. She has gone from hoping she belongs at this level to proving it repeatedly against world-class competition. Every victory adds another chapter to a journey that has already inspired millions of fans back home and around the world. As she walked off the court in Toronto, the cheers from the crowd said everything. They weren't celebrating one impressive performance. They were celebrating a player who keeps turning setbacks into triumphs and dreams into reality. The revenge is complete. The confidence is growing. And with every match she wins, Alex moves one step closer to achieving something that once seemed almost impossible, not only for herself, but for Philippine tennis as a whole. The handshake at the net lasted only a few seconds, but it marked the end of a journey that had been 7 months in the making. Back in Melbourne, Alex walked off the court wondering how a match she had controlled so completely had slipped away. In Toronto, there were no unanswered questions. She had found the answers herself. The victory wasn't just about revenge or reaching another round. It was proof of how far she had come in such a short time. When Alex spoke after the match, she didn't focus on the scoreline or celebrate getting even with Alycia Parks. Instead, she reflected on something much more important. She spoke about growth. She explained that if you compared the player she is today with the one who began the season, the difference was impossible to ignore. Watching her performance, it was hard to disagree. The confidence, decision-making, and composure she displayed were worlds apart from a player who left Melbourne disappointed. Everything that once looked uncertain now looked deliberate. Every adjustment she made during the match showed the experience she had gained through months of competing against the very best players in the world. The transformation wasn't hidden in the statistics alone. It was visible in the way she carried herself from the first point until the last. Parks entered the match armed with one of the most feared serves in women's tennis, a weapon capable of ending rallies before they truly began. For years, opponents have struggled simply to get the ball back into play. Alex didn't just return those serves, she turned them into opportunities. Instead of allowing Parks to dictate, she repeatedly stepped forward, attacked early, and forced the American into uncomfortable situations. The strategy was clear from the opening games, and Alex executed it almost flawlessly. Every successful return chipped away at Parks' confidence while giving Alex complete control over the rhythm of the match. It was the kind of tactical performance that separates talented players from complete competitors. Speaking to the media afterward, Alex admitted that the previous 24 hours had been unlike anything she had experienced before. Winning her first WTA title, traveling almost immediately to another tournament, and preparing for a completely different opponent left little time to process everything that had happened. Yet throughout the whirlwind, her mindset never changed. She explained that her attention was already shifting toward the next challenge because that's what elite competitors have to do. Celebrate briefly, learn quickly, and prepare for whatever comes next. That attitude has become one of the defining reasons behind her remarkable rise. Even when the conversation turned to her new world ranking, Alex refused to become distracted. She acknowledged that she notices the rankings from time to time, but made it clear they are not her daily focus. What matters most, she said, is continuing to improve and winning more matches. It's a simple philosophy, but one that has guided her through the biggest breakthrough of her career. Rather than chasing numbers, she concentrates on raising her level every time she steps onto the court. The rankings have risen naturally because her tennis keeps improving. That's a powerful reminder that sustainable success is built through performance, not obsession. Of course, the road ahead only becomes tougher. Every victory at a WTA 1000 event brings another elite opponent, another difficult test, and another opportunity to prove she belongs among the sport's biggest stars. A potential meeting with reigning Wimbledon champion Linda Noskova now sits on the horizon, promising another fascinating chapter if Alex continues her run. But anyone expecting her to look too far ahead hasn't been paying attention. She has repeatedly shown that her focus remains fixed on the next match, not the next headline. Even during the rapid transition from Washington to Toronto, she described herself as slowly adjusting to the new tournament, taking everything one step at a time instead of allowing the moment to overwhelm her. Off the court, the support surrounding Alex continues to grow with every tournament she enters. Toronto has become another reminder of how deeply her journey resonates with the Filipino community. Thousands of fans have turned her matches into something that feels closer to a home event than an away tournament. For Alex, that support means far more than loud applause. She has often said how special it is to see Filipinos filling the stands, not only because they're cheering for her, but because they are embracing tennis in a way that can inspire future generations. She hopes their passion helps the sport grow even further, creating opportunities for young players who dream of following their own path. That perspective reflects who Alex has become. Even during the biggest moment of her career, she continues thinking beyond herself. The tactical side of her victory over Parks deserves just as much recognition. This wasn't simply a case of one player having a better day. It was the result of careful preparation and intelligent execution. Alex clearly remembered exactly what had happened during their meeting in Australia. She understood that allowing Parks to settle behind her powerful serve would only recreate the same problems. This time, she refused to let that happen. Standing aggressively on the return, she took valuable time away from her opponent and immediately disrupted the rhythm that makes Parks so dangerous. Every adjustment served a purpose. Every decision reflected months of learning and preparation. The statistics reinforced what the eye could already see. Alex consistently won the battle whenever Parks was forced to hit a second serve, turning one of the Americans' greatest strengths into an unexpected weakness. That single area changed the complexion of the entire match. Instead of Parks controlling points from the very first shot, Alex repeatedly placed her under pressure, forcing mistakes and creating break opportunities. It was a tactical masterclass built not on overwhelming power, but on anticipation, discipline, and confidence. Those qualities have become the foundation of Alex's remarkable season. Earlier this year, she was still searching for consistency against elite competition. Today, she is solving problems against some of the most dangerous players on the tour. Every difficult match has made her stronger. Every setback has become another lesson. Every victory has expanded the belief that she belongs among the very best. That's why this win feels bigger than simply reaching another round. It represents the latest chapter in one of the fastest rises in women's tennis. Alex isn't just collecting victories anymore. She is building an identity as a player capable of adapting, improving, and overcoming every challenge placed in front of her. And if this season has shown us anything, it's that her greatest achievements may still be waiting just around the corner. Watching Alex against Alycia Parks felt like watching two completely different versions of tennis collide. Parks relied on raw force, looking to finish points with booming serves and aggressive ground strokes before rallies could even develop. Alex answered with something entirely different. She wasn't trying to overpower her opponent. She was using movement anticipation, sharp angles, and remarkable consistency to slowly take control of every exchange. It became a fascinating battle between explosive power and intelligent precision. By the end of the match, there was no doubt which approach had worked better. Parks still possessed one of the fastest serves in women's tennis, but Alex refused to let that weapon dictate the contest. Every return seemed to carry purpose. Every rally unfolded on Alex's terms. Instead of allowing herself to be rushed, she absorbed the pace, redirected it, and forced Parks into increasingly uncomfortable positions around the court. It was another reminder that the biggest shot doesn't always win the biggest matches. Sometimes patience, discipline, and perfect execution are even more powerful. That's exactly what Alex delivered. More than anything, this victory represented another step in her evolution as a player. Earlier in her career, facing someone with overwhelming power often meant spending the match reacting instead of creating. That is no longer the case. Alex has developed the confidence to trust her own style regardless of who stands across the net. She no longer changes her identity because of an opponent's strengths. Instead, she forces opponents to adjust to hers. That's one of the clearest signs of a player maturing into a genuine contender. After solving the challenge presented by Parks, Alex immediately knew another, completely different test was waiting. Every opponent on the WTA Tour asks different questions. Parks tested her ability to handle pace and power. The next challenge could require an entirely different tactical approach, demanding new solutions and fresh adjustments. That constant ability to adapt is what separates good players from great ones, and Alex continues to show that every difficult match makes her smarter. While advancing to the next round was the immediate reward, everyone understands that something even bigger is